I'm Eureka Gilkey. I am the executive director of Project Row Houses, and my issue is can we effectively implement anti-gentrification strategies to keep legacy residents in place? The issue is stuck right now. My belief is coordination, and I say that because there are just so many moving parts. Gentrification in and of itself is seen as like this race issue when it's really a class issue. Third Ward has been and continues to be, in my opinion, a microcosm of Black life in Houston. You have abject poverty to extreme wealth. You have political power center of the African American community, and those forces don't always come together in a cohesive, coordinated way to focus on one goal. So what we've tried to do, and why we intentionally set our boundaries to include what we would consider historic Third Ward, is because we felt like if we included greater Third Ward, one, all of the issues that are prevalent in and around Emancipation Park, where Project Row House is situated, doesn't necessarily translate to what's happening in the Bottoms or in Riverside Terrace, where I live. There's just a different set of needs. So if we just focus on those boundaries, that we could focus on halting gentrification, which is feeling the most extreme and urgent effects in that neighborhood, then we could expand out. So we could really come up with some strategies that could be implemented, some shovel-ready projects to actually build some units, some job readiness programs. What can we do to bring businesses back to the area? And that's what the EEDC is focused on. I think artists have been very instrumental, and that's why it was important that we had an arts and culture work group as part of the work groups of the EEDC. Whether it's telling the story and taking the historical facts of what's happened in the neighborhood and highlighting that through work, bringing the community together through a design charrette. Artists took the lead on that, like what does this neighborhood look like? Not only the typology of the buildings, but what's in those buildings, and artists were at the forefront of that, helping to tell the stories, but just being able to use your talents in a way that takes all of these top-line messages, in some cases white papers about policy, and making them accessible to the everyday people. If you're interested in joining this effort, it's all about placing and highlighting the value of local artists in our community and what we can be doing to enhance the artistic programming in and around Emancipation Park. And two, the EEDC is going to be focusing their efforts on really the economic development piece of what needs to happen in historic Third Ward, and they'll be hopefully be granted a Texas Main Streets program designation, and you'll be seeing them really focusing on investing in small businesses to bring back some economic vibrancy along Emancipation Avenue. And I think artists have a great role to play in that. Again, I just want to go back to, just what our street signs look like and what the landscape and the gateway markers look like to the neighborhood. It's important that artists are at the TERS or the Houston Southeast Management District talking to the powers that be about, their input in this and how they can help.